And welcome back to the Michael Cohen Show on our continued journey to 500,000 subscribers. We're getting there. Help me. Hit subscribe, watch, comment. Please keep the comments coming and share with family and friends because the insanity, the stupidity, the chaos, it's not going to stop. Meanwhile, as we all know, Trump is currently in Scotland, and earlier today, he met with the UK's Prime Minister, Keir Starmer. And while the press didn't push him too hard, there were some pretty important moments regarding Putin, Gaza, and of course, his global deals. Now, the first clip that I want to show you is Trump's update on potential sanctions on Russia. And guess what timeline that he proposed? Come on, you know the answer. 2 weeks. Play the clip.
Earlier you said that you were going to change the deadline from 50 days.
Yeah,
what is your new deadline?
I'm going to make a new deadline of about 10 or 12 days from today. There's no reason in waiting. There's no reason in waiting. It's 50 days. I want to be generous, but we just don't see any progress being made.
By the way, 2 weeks, 10 days, 15 days, I don't care. At least it's not 50, because it's one thing I'm going to actually agree with him on. Putin doesn't give a shit. He's not listening to anything. There is no movement. All he's doing is attacking Ukraine just horrifically, causing damage and death like no country has seen in a very, very, very long time. Meanwhile, a reporter goes on and asks Trump if he thinks that Putin has lied to him. Play that clip.
Do you think he's been lying to you about his intentions in Ukraine?
Well, I don't want to use the word lying. All I know is we'd have a good talk, and it seemed on, let's say, 3 occasions, it seemed that we were going to have a ceasefire and maybe peace, and you divide it up and you do whatever you have to do, that obviously to get to the end. And all of a sudden, missiles are flying into Kiev and other places. And I say, what's that all about? I spoke to him 3-4 hours ago, and it looked like we were on our way, and then I'd say, forget it, and I'm not going to talk anymore. You know, this has happened on too many occasions, and I don't like it. I don't like it.
By the way, I don't like it either. And yes, I understand. Trump is actually trying to show some diplomacy here, right, to another foreign leader. No, he didn't lie to me. He just isn't living up to the deals that we're proposing or that we were hoping to propose. Now, meanwhile, luckily, reporters brought up, of course, the Epstein file, despite Trump's best effort to distract from it. One reporter actually asked him if he is going to pardon Ghislaine Maxwell. Play that clip.
Mr. President, you didn't completely rule out a pardon for Ghislaine Maxwell when you landed. Is that something you would ever consider, and why?
Pardon for who?
For Ghislaine Maxwell.
Well, I'm allowed to give her a pardon, but nobody's approached me with it. Nobody's asked me about it. It's in the news about that aspect of it, but right now it would be inappropriate to talk about it. So,
Mr. President, it might actually be inappropriate to even grant one to her. I mean, yes, you do have the absolute right to pardon anyone that you want. But a convicted child sex trafficker? Meanwhile, Trump then talked about Epstein's Island, and he even went so far and claimed that he never had the privilege to go to the island. Play that clip.
That was it. I'm glad I did, if you want to know the truth.
Mr. President.
And by the way, I never went to the island, and Bill Clinton went there supposedly 28 times. I never went to the island, but Larry Summers, I hear, went there. He was the head of Harvard. And many other people that are very big people. Nobody ever talks about them. I never had the privilege of going to his island. And I did turn it down, but a lot of people in Palm Beach were invited to his island. In one of my very good moments, I turned it down. I didn't want to go to his island. Yeah.
You know, I'm going to tell you something. Knowing Trump as well as I do, I bet you he actually didn't go to the island. And I bet you the file will also demonstrate that. There's a reason that they're putting it out there, which is to, again, distance himself from the grotesque nature of this entire investigation. Meanwhile, Trump also spoke about Israel and Gaza. Reporter goes on and asks Trump if he felt Israel had done as much as possible to limit casualties. Play the clip.
Do you think Israel has done all it can do to avoid civilian casualties in Gaza?
Well, I think nobody's done anything great over there. The whole place is a mess. It'll get straightened out, but it's a mess. They have to get food and meantime, food and safety right now. And ultimately, look, Hamas did a horrible thing.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Hamas, they started it and they did a horrible thing, and we want the hostages back. But what's going on there in Gaza right now, it's not just difficult to watch, it's fucking heartbreaking. Meanwhile, Trump also spoke about how the United States gave $60 million to Gaza for food. And get this, no one said thank you. No, seriously. Play the clip.
People fed right now. To me, that's the number one position, because you have a lot of starving people. You have people that, the United States recently, just a couple of weeks ago, we gave $60 million. It's a lot of money. No other nation gave money. I know the Prime Minister would if he knew about it, and he really knows about it now because we're going to be discussing it. But we gave $60 million. Nobody said even thank you. Thanks. Somebody should say thank you. But other nations are going to have to step up. When I spoke to Ursula yesterday, she said that the European nations are going to step up very substantially too.
Wait. What are they supposed to do? Pick up a phone, call the White House? Mr. President, thank you for the $60 million for food and aid and assistance. Come on. I mean, serious? Trump also explained that he's going to set up food centers for Palestinians. Play that clip.
Also, we're going to set up food centers and where the people can walk in and no boundaries. We're not going to have fences and, they can't, they see the food from 30 you would say, yards away, and they see the food. It's all there, but nobody's at it because they have fences set up that nobody can even get it. It's crazy what's going on over there. So we're going to work
Yeah, good. They need these food centers. Nobody. I mean, I saw a report that something like 70 children have died in like the last week from starvation. Meanwhile, Trump rambled about how Hamas had no love for the hostages. And it wasn't like some things that you see in the movies. Play that clip.
And you see it in the movies where somebody's a prisoner and somebody's helping. You even see it with Germany, where people would be let into a house and live in an attic in secret. You see signs of some. I said, did you see anything like, did they wink at you? Did they say, don't worry, you're going to be okay? I ask that question all the time. I've never received one answer that said, yeah, they really wanted to help. No, the hatred is just incredible.
Yeah. Probably better ways to, elucidate the hatred between Hamas and Israel than to reference some Hollywood movie. Come on. A reporter then asked Trump about Scott Bessent's meeting today in China. All right. His response, it's too hard to make 200 deals. Play that clip.
Because we have, you have 200 countries, more. But people don't know that. You got a lot of countries. And I wouldn't want to sit down with 200 people and have to deal the way he was calling me all the time. We want this. We got to have that. These are tough negotiators. These are, look, they're smart people, they're tough negotiators. They know what they want. And, but we're going to be setting a tariff for essentially the rest of the world. And that's what they're going to pay if they want to do business in the United States. Because you can't sit down and make 200 deals. But we've made the big ones. We just finished Indonesia. They opened up their country.
Yeah. By the way, there's really only 15 or 16 major trading partners with the U.S. Everybody else, they just fall into like minuscule percentages, 0.5%, 0.75%. A reporter goes on and asks Trump about free speech, probably sparked by the Wall Street Journal lawsuit and, of course, Colbert being canceled. But who's to say? Play the clip.
Can you discuss the importance of free speech today?
Well, free speech is very important. I don't know if you're referring to any place in particular. Perhaps they are, but
we've had free speech for a very, very long time here, so we're very proud about that. We protect it.
Yeah. Meanwhile, keep making jokes. I was incarcerated because I refused to waive my First Amendment constitutional right. I don't know. Was Colbert canceled because of, I don't know, Trump's involvement or his administration's involvement? That's the funny thing. We're never going to find out. Meanwhile, another reporter then asked Keir Starmer if he would actually censor Truth Social. Play that clip.
There are new powers here to censor your site, state mandates.
to censor my
To
site.
censor your site.
You mean Truth?
And Facebook.
Truth Social?
I mean Truth. Is that
Well, I don't think he's going to censor my
no,
site
no,
because
no,
I
no.
say only good things. Will you please uncensor my site?
Yeah, we're not censoring anyone. We've got some measures which are there to protect children, in particular from sites like suicide.
Yeah. And finally, Trump chose to fearmonger, and this is really something. He chose to fearmonger Europe, threatening that Europe will go downhill if they let immigrants in. Why? Play the clip.
You know, Europe is a much different place than it was just 5 years ago, 10 years ago. And they've got to get their act together. If they don't, you're not going to have Europe anymore as you know it. And you can't do that. This is a magnificent part of the world, and you cannot ruin it. You cannot let people come in here illegally. And what happens is there'll be murderers, there'll be drug dealers, there'll be all sorts of things that other countries don't want. And they send them to you and they send them to us, and you've got to stop them.
Yeah. Again, it's just promoting the same scenario, the same conversation that we hear every single day. All Mexicans are drug addicts, rapists, murderers, but some are, some decent. I don't know. You had a bunch of white supremacists walking down the streets in Charlottesville with tiki torches screaming, Jews will not replace us. But don't worry. There's good people on both sides. We hear about the immigrants, right, in Ohio, in Springfield, Ohio, the Haitians who are eating cats, dogs, and now they're eating the ducks too that are in the lakes and the ponds. Listen, we could continue to talk like this. It's wrong. It's inaccurate. And worse than that, it's just fear-mongering. And we need to put a stop to it. And as always, thanks for listening. Hey, everyone. First of all, thanks for watching. I mean, we're going to be posting daily episodes with reactions and talking about politics. We'll be talking about everything, in fact. So please like and subscribe. Join us on this journey.